I'm kind of curious with Chandler, because that is the player that is the most polarizing I could imagine, even in the Rays front office, in the dugout. Like, personality wise, he's a great guy. He seems to be like exactly the type of personality you want in the clubhouse, want in the field. He does work hard. The polarizing part is that game. I think you could absolutely have somebody think this guy is unique. He's special. He has a gift that is unique in the game, like, right? A unique skill set in the modern game. And you can also find somebody that says, like, yeah, that skill set is not going to play. He can't defend singles. We saw with Luis Ariz, right? He is available every year, multiple time batting crown. Everyone's like, yeah, I don't really want a guy that can hit a bunch of singles. We need somebody that can actually do more than that. Chandler Simpson is such an interesting one. What I'm curious about, the thing that I'm mostly curious about, because I think as a hitter, there is something there that I do think is valuable to have on the roster. The defense is the thing that I'm the most concerned about. I know, Elijah, you did a lot of spring training games. Were you able to see any of Chandler live, and like, has he taken a next step in the field?
I mean, his jumps looked a lot cleaner. Like, we're not seeing him get beat over his head a lot like he did last year. Like, I remember, I think Moises Ballesteros, if you've seen Moises Ballesteros play, he's not that fleet of foot. He got a triple in left field off of Chandler last year. Like, it got bad. And I'm a big Chandler guy myself. I was like, this is ugly. But he looks a lot more comfortable. He's not getting beat over the top now. He's making cleaner routes. I know he worked in the offseason with Michael Harris and Marquise Grissom. They got a thing going in Atlanta in the offseason. So he put the work in. I'm excited to see how he is defensively and how he is on this new Trop turf, because if it's playing slower like they said this morning, and if he's bunting, like, this could get he might steal 70. So, like, we'll see. I'm excited for him.
And you can tell with Chandler, what I think you talked about, the putting in the work, that it's totally true. Like, they brought in Kevin Kiermaier as well, like, right, to like, the team, I think, if they did not see him, if they saw him as a novelty, right, it's like, yeah, he steals a lot of bases, he'll be a great pinch runner in October. I don't think you do this much. I don't think you go through all of these efforts. I think they see him as a guy that, like, he did not have a lot of outfield time. He was new to the position. And it's one of those things where, like, if he's putting in that hard work, I think there's a lot of reward there. And Eric Neanders talked about the thing that basically the target is, if he can get to first, if he can get there on a 350 clip, that is a dangerous impact weapon. And Chandler talked about that. He basically said, like, 350, like, I got to get to first. Like, that is the thing. Like, if I get to first, everything goes from there. So he's in. He's locked in here. Like, he knows exactly what he's doing. That's the thing with Carson and Chandler. They both have come into this spring. I look at process in the spring. I don't really care too much about results. I want to see the process. And they've both done the things that I most wanted to see. And they've also, the thing that I'm mostly getting, because I'm not seeing a lot of the games, is I'm hearing what they're saying. They get it. They both get, like, Carson Williams is basically, I can't strike out 40% of the time. I got to make more contact. I got to be able to, like, use my pop. If you're whiffing, you're not hitting it out of the park. And for Chandler, it's like, I just got to get to first. It's the only base he can't steal. If you can get to first, the rest of them are there. We saw it. Like, he can change a game on the bases. Pitchers are completely thrown off. It's an absolute nightmare. He can get to second. A bloop will easily get you in. And we've seen him, like, completely throw off defenses too. So getting to first. And the bunts are the interesting. You mentioned that, like, we saw him throw down a lot of bunts this spring.
I think that'll be interesting. And if he can get on first, the extra bases don't come from his bat. They come from his legs. We talk about taking the defense seriously. I think there's also, and maybe I misread the situation here, I do wonder if there's an element if, when he got to camp this year, the Rays said, look, you're going to be our starting left fielder. We don't want you to worry about making the team out of camp. We want you to focus on becoming the best player you can be, because you're going to be our left fielder. I think that takes an element of pressure off of any player. And so if the Rays told him that, I'm just speculating here, I think that changes how you approach the spring. You are not playing for your spot. You are getting ready in spring training the way a major leaguer gets ready for the season in spring training. You're not fighting for a spot. You're preparing for a 162 game season. And listen, I've been I don't want to call myself a Chandler Simpson denier. I've been a Chandler Simpson skeptic. But there is something about when he's in the game, and you just have to start thinking about things that you don't have to think about for any player in baseball other than maybe Victor Scott, who we'll see early, like one of the only guys that's faster, I think, than Chandler at peak speed. I would love to see those
We
guys.
get him a race. We got to get a race. We got to get him on the track.